Welcome back, everyone. Your loyal Captain Gear 100 is back to tell you his faithful crew another goddamn story. And y'all, it's finally here. I promised you yesterday that we were gonna try to finish this goddamn series up, and we're doing it. All for One Hero and Villain finishes this goddamn week before Sunday. It finishes. This is part 4 to the Villain What If. Oh man, so you guys know I can't post one without posting the goddamn other. So, with this being said, you guys, this is only the Villain AU, guys, so this is probably going to be a short one because last time I told you it will be the Meta Liberation Army and then the War Arc. I don't know when I'm going to end the War Arc, but, you know, it's only 2 wars, god dang it, so it's not really that too big of a part. So, forgive me if this video is a little bit short because we're at this is the finale here. I'm sorry I can't give you guys a big proper finish, but I'm gonna do my best for you all. But with that being said, I already know why y'all here. Y'all excited for this? I am too. So let's get this video started. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Cue the intro.
It doesn't matter who's wrong, who's right.
We start with a few flashbacks. Back to when life was just normal, when it was a lot easier going. His mother was alive and was cooking dinner. His father would return home and Izuku would walk to him. I'm home. Oh, Asashi, you returned. Hi, darling. Baby Izuku. I know you're excited to see father home, but come on, at least let me get my coat off first. Alright, Izuku. I'm settled in the house now. Oh, you want me to pick you up? Okay then. Come on. I guess we can have a little bit of fun before your mother finishes dinner. Izuku, how many times have I told you not to play on the vacuum? Oh well, I guess this can be documented for some funny clips. It shouldn't be that bad. So while this was happening, things were just a lot easier for Deku. A lot more simpler times. Never he thought in his life things would take such a drastic turn. But then we cut to like an older type of Izuku. Dad? Yes, Izuku? What do you think about the heroes? Not all heroes are bad, Izuku. Some of them actually do want to genuinely help people and save the world. It's this corrupted part about hero society that I hate. Well, what do you mean? Well, some heroes aren't truly in the business to save people. It's more to be popular, famous, money. It's all really bothers me. But Dad, what inspired you? Oh, Izuku, I'm not sure you want that story, but I really do. Well, let me tell you. It was when me and your uncle were just children. Your uncle, my little brother, was just reading a comic. And I'd asked him, what was he reading? He had showed me. It was a hero fighting a demon. Now, some people would say they were inspired by the great superhero to do something, to be so good, to be great. But me, Izuku, I was inspired by the Demon Lord. Like, by the Demon Lord? I know it sounds strange, but let me explain to you why. You see, all the Demon Lord ever wanted was just absolute power. That's all he'd ever hoped for. In order, well, just for his own sake. But me, I always wanted power to protect my little brother. To protect your uncle. But see, you remind me so much of him. With how you look. You have the white hair and the green eyes, just like he did. He didn't have any freckles, but you still remind me so much of him. So now, I only want absolute power in order to protect you, and maybe find a power that can bring back my brother. That's all I ever wanted. But people have always been trying to take him from me. It's so sad that I can never truly have my brother back. But there is a power out there that does still has my brother's essence. Like, really? What is it? I'll tell you when we get back home, Izuku. People on the outside can't really know about that. Oh, okay. Now we cut to flashback in a few months, like, after that. Dad! Like, oh, Izuku, what happened? Did Katsuki bully you again? Like, oh, I'm sorry, Izuku. It's okay. Here, let me fix you up. As All For One, heals Deku with one of his quirks. Like, like, that Katsuki, like, see, Izuku? It's exactly like I tell you. Is Katsuki a true hero to you? No. Heroes don't bully and hurt people. Exactly. So don't you worry, Izuku. He's not a real hero, but you'll show them what a real hero is, right? Okay. Now let's go. I'll ask your mother to cook your favorite dinner. Yay, Katsudon! That's right, Izuku. Let's keep going. Until Izuku had woken up. What? As Izuku would wake up, he would realize it was all just a dream. Where did all the love go in those times, huh? Jesus Christ. Like, Izuku, what? Like, it's time. All right, that little business meeting we had arranged. Oh, great, don't remind me. Come on. Like, we need you there. Okay, give me a sec to get ready. I am not in the mood for any of this today. So they make it to, like, yeah, the city of where the Metal Liberation Army is. They meet Redestro, and the whole time the conversation is going pretty well until Redestro starts attacking them. So, okay. Deku starts teleporting the villains all over the place, saying that he believes in them, that they've got this. But here we go with Shigaraki and Deku trying to combat Redestro. Oh, this is gonna be good. So Deku figures out Redestro's power like way before Shigaraki does, because he's just a lot smarter. If you destroy his power before he can even get started, that eliminates the whole threat. Got it. All right. While you go handle that, I'll go help the others. See you later. See you later, Tenko. Yeah, later, Izuku. As then Deku just walks into the darkness and just completely disappears. So Shigaraki fights Redestro like normal, and it does still go down as canon. But instead of the villains suffering a lot of casualties as they did with the city, Toga twice handles them a lot easier with Deku on their side, and Deku makes them submit a lot faster, so they have a lot more members to join their team. So with that being said, okay, the whole thing goes down as canon, and they were about to attack UA, but Deku wanted to make sure all the Nomus were exactly ready for this. And the Dr. Nomu, I know his real name, guys. I just like calling him Dr. Nomu because it's just so goddamn funny. Just imagine Dr. Nomu with a British accent. Oh, Jesus Christ, this would... did somebody call it for Dr. Nomu? I'm fucking done. I need to shut up sometimes. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, back to seriousness. So Deku wanted to make sure all the Nomus were ready before the war arc happened. And let's make sure the UA trader is not planning on flipping any switches. So, I mean, because keep in mind, Deku is still going undercover at UA. Oh, Lord. And he has one for all in this. I think, yeah, he does. So, all of this being so goddamn funny here, Shigaraki had said, like, if he wanted them all to be perfect, they can make a few more. And Deku said, yes, do that. But I have a perfect plan for one special Nomu. Like, really? Who? As Deku would bring in a casket, and it's the casket of All For One. What? But why? Like, just imagine it. Like, the infamous villain All For One as a Nomu. Like, but the doctor would say he's too, like, his body's too broken. Like, no, he's not. We still have it, so it still works. So with all that being said, this is all we need here. We don't need anything extra. So all we need to do is just use his body, and then we'll be set for life. With all of his quirks in hand, it will be a lot easier for us to control. As the doctor didn't know what to do, but still went with Izuku's idea. All right. So a few more months being of tinkering and messing with the Nomus, they were completely ready for this. All right, so now the Gigantomachia, the Meta Liberation Army, even overhauls like Yakuza, like whatever members did join the League of Villains were all ready for this, and now it's time for the war arc, guys. Yeah, like I said, this is probably like gonna be a 15-minute video at best. I don't think I can drag it out for like 20 minutes. Maybe I could, but I don't think I would be able to. All right, anyway, let's move on. So they get the UA Trader in on this, and now it's time. Deku and the UA Trader are in the school as of right now, and then the villains start attacking the city. So all heroes are deployed to go and face the villains, but also the students get their hero costumes on, and they also start going out to fight them. But before the war arc can actually begin, Shigaraki and the others, like they had a whole freaking Nomu army. The Meta Liberation Army, the overhauls, like, whatever, I already told you guys anyway, so, but still, Shigaraki had said, before we start this dramatic war, we would like to, well, introduce two people into our rankings. So, wait, no, we would like to ask, if anyone would join us now, you will be spared the most brutal death as possible inside of this stupid war. We're going to win and kill you all anyways. We're going to change this world for the better. And All Might goes on a shtick about how no one is going to join your rankings. Like, oh, on the contrary, you had no idea that there were two spies, two traitors in your ranks as there were. Like, impossible. Oh, really? May the UA traitors come forth. And with that being said, Deku would just walk forward. Like, Midoriya, what are you doing? Like, come on, as purple chains would appear in his hands as he would yank Aoyama forward. Like, Aoyama, you too? I'm sorry. As now, Deku would turn around from his hero costume completely inside of his dark suit. What? Why? Like, I don't need to give you an explanation on why. Just know what is going to happen now that you didn't join. You are all going to die. Screaming, suffering, and begging for your lives. But it's too late. We gave you a chance, and now it's over. So Deku, like, uses the purple chains to shock Aoyama and said, don't hold back. Do you hear me? Otherwise you and your family will be the next people we go after. And Aoyama listens, and now, as Deku snaps his fingers, it creates a huge sonic boom, and he points at the heroes and the students as the war can now finally begin. So, oh my gosh. Okay, the people that died in canon, they died much goddamn worse, guys. It would really, really sucked. So Midnight still died. I don't know. Like, Master Driller, it was a whole lot of other people as well. But there's a lot more casualties on the hero side than the villain side. Dude, people are really just not dying off. And Deku knows that Toga may have a thing for Uraraka, so he just got rid of her goddamn quickly. Just one gigantic blast, and guess what? Uraraka had a beam through, like, just was wiped off the face of the earth. Making sure there are no casualties on his side, and plus, we don't have time for feelings or any of that BS. We're just standing straight, blood standing on business right now. We ain't here for no bullshit. So Shigaraki starts taking out a massive amount of the other heroes. And plus, since Deku had taken the extra time to be ready, Shigaraki had already had his, like, all for one implants completely ready, and the heroes didn't interrupt or anything. So there was no need for, like, a second war to go heal up and go back, because now Deku was gonna unleash the big Nomu already. He pressed a button, and, like, within a Deadpool-like case, you guys know the pod that Deadpool was put in to turn him into, like, a mutant and everything. Yeah, the all for one Nomu was in there, and once Deku pressed the button to let him out, it was already just a landslide at that point. All for one was completely under Deku's control. Deku putting his father under control was just absolutely nuts, man. So Deku wiping out every single hero that came in his way. Shigaraki doing the same thing. The heroes were under heavy fire, being pushed back and all, but it's just not enough. Like, Bakugo, like, using, okay, whatever remnants of One For All he has, he's trying to wonder why it isn't doing it as much, why this isn't working. But Deku says, you really are such an idiot that you didn't even realize, did you? What? As Deku, unveils the power of One for All. I've stolen that quirk from you months ago, and you haven't even realized it until now. You're pathetic. As Deku, forced quirk activation inside of the One for All vestige world, the predecessors of One for All are pretty much being shrouded in this black lightning and being shocked. They're being forced into giving up their powers, and Deku is using all of them: Black Whip, Float, Gear Shift, Fajin, Smokescreen, Danger Sense. Every single one of them is being forcibly used by Deku, and he's going to kill Bakugo with it. I've suffered your existence long enough. Now be gone! As Bakugo would rush at Deku for one final clash, but it wouldn't even be a clash. Deku would swipe Bakugo's hand to the side and immediately punch a hole straight through his chest using Fajin and Gear Shift. Like, it would be that bad, but Deku would just say, nope, as he would grab Bakugo's face and literally snatch his quirk. Your quirk is too useful to let die so easily, so I'll be taking care of it. As basically Bakugo's, bloody carcass would just straight up fall to the ground. As he would hit the dang ground, Bakugo would be trying to cling on to life, but he can't fight back now. As Deku would raise his hand in order to use Bakugo's own explosions to kill him. How sad. You had praised your quirk like it was the best in the world, and yet, in a flash, it's instantly gone. Your own explosions are what caused your demise. How ironic, because the quirk malfunction theory could have easily caused your own demise. But as Deku raises his hand and little tiny pops and tiny flashes of light comes off as if they were stars, I've learned to use quirks much better than their users, even forcibly activating a quirk evolution. As Deku's eyes would become stars, as his irises start to become erratic as the color is going everywhere. Your quirk is now mine. Die! As Deku uses a giant explosion, almost like an energy blast itself, and it completely incinerates Bakugo. As everyone looks on in shock that their strongest was completely wiped off and killed. Was he your best? Oh, that's so sad. I guess it's time to end you all, here and now. As Deku would raise both of his arms in the air, as he would conjure almost okay, I got it. Deku would use the explosion quirk and literally compress the explosion so big it's being compressed into a huge gigantic ball. If you guys know where I'm going with this, then it's actually going to be funny. It'll be so ironic that I'm using this here, as the ball is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, as Deku calls this his supernova, as he throws it at the villains and into the city. All the heroes use every bit of their quirks to try to blast it back, but it's too late because they get consumed by the ball, and the explosion nukes the entire city. Nothing but pure, utter chaos absolutely everywhere. The villains had won, the heroes had lost, and whoever was still alive had completely submitted to the villains, knowing that they could not win. And you guys might be wondering, where is Star and Stripe during all of this? Well, she was called onto the site, but oh my god, she was jumped by the Nomus and the clones of Deku and the League of Villains because of Twice. So it was very goddamn bad. And the clones of Deku brought Star and Stripe barely alive to the real Deku for Deku to steal her quirk. And immediately, Deku had become the most powerful being on the planet, the new Demon Lord. As Deku would sit down in his throne, asking, "You see that, Father? I achieved your dream." And all it took was for me to be on your side. I wonder what would happen if I wasn't. If I truly was a hero. Well, we'll never know on that situation. As now we cut to a few years later, Deku is having a business meeting with the other countries, because they really don't want no smoke. And Deku had just said, "How about this? You leave my country alone, and we won't come after yours and do the same thing we did to Japan. All right, Midoriya, we'll this peace treaty between us will stay like this. Agreed. You don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. Good day. As he hangs up the phone call. And as Deku walks out, society is actually normal. People are walking down the street regular. There's no crime. There's no one being afraid. I mean, well, people are still, well, it's been 10 years later. I'm gonna say 10 years. And number one thing, no more heroes. Just regular police. As Deku is running this country now. As he always makes the best decisions, and nothing bad can ever happen. As now we cut and now you see the end credits. This was the end of All for One Deku, Villain AU. Okay, guys, we did it! The first series completed ever on this goddamn channel. Well, not series because I gotta finish Hero AU, but I hope you guys really did enjoy this part. This part really did, I had to come up with I didn't really have to come up with a lot because you guys already knew what was gonna happen. Well, now I gotta get to the part of Hero AU. Yeah, guys, Villain AU couldn't really keep up as long as Hero AU could because there's just a lot more story to the Hero AU. But in Villain AU, I could end it actually very quickly in like a few parts. So Hero AU is gonna keep going for a while. Like okay, this is gonna be part 4 or 5. I'll maybe end it on 6. I don't know, guys. It depends on how far I take it. Because I rarely ever do the movies. I don't think I'm gonna do the movies, but who knows? Who knows, guys? So, guys, okay. Let me see. It's only been 20 minutes. Nah, I'm gonna save that for like a different video, for like a rant video. I'm gonna go on. So, with that being said, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this. So, if you guys did, leave a comment down below. You guys already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Peace, guys.
She likes it when I hit, when I tap. Wait, what? Hey, shawty's the same. Not without me, she ain't function. Running up the game, I don't got no time for love. Gotta stick to your lane. I don't wanna hear